Hey everyone! Welcome back to my channel. Today, I have something super exciting lined up for you. You know how much I love my dog, Max, right? Well, I've decided to take our playtime to the next level. That's right. I'm teaching my adorable pup how to play soccer. And let me tell you, it's been quite the journey. So grab your snacks, sit back, and let's dive into the world of canine soccer. Now, I know what you're thinking. Teaching a dog soccer? Isn't that a bit ambitious? But hear me out. Dogs are incredibly intelligent creatures, and with the right motivation, they can learn a whole bunch of tricks. Plus, it's a great way for us to bond and get some exercise. And who wouldn't want to see a dog dribble a ball? So, I thought, why not give it a shot? First things first, I had to get the right gear. I mean, you can't just throw a ball at a dog and expect them to know what to do, right? So, I headed to the pet store and picked up a lightweight soccer ball. I wanted something that was easy for Max to handle. I also grabbed a couple of treats because, let's be real, the way to a dog's heart is through their stomach. Treats are essential for positive reinforcement. When I got home, I was super excited. I set up a little practice area in the backyard, complete with some cones to mark the goals. I thought it would be a good idea to start with simple commands, so I began with sit and stay. I figured if he could nail those, we'd be on the right track. And guess what? He totally nailed it. I was so proud. After a few minutes of practice, I introduced the ball. I rolled it towards him, and, to my amazement, he actually chased it. I mean, I didn't expect him to be a natural, but there he was, barking and wagging his tail, ready to play. It was the cutest thing ever. But then came the tricky part. How do you get a dog to understand the concept of kicking? So, I decided to try a little game. I'd roll the ball, and when he touched it with his nose or paw, I'd reward him with a treat. It took a few tries, but eventually, he started to get the hang of it. At first, he would just pounce on the ball and chew on it, which, let's be honest, was adorable, but not exactly soccer. But hey, every champion has to start somewhere, right? As the days went by, we kept practicing. I'd set up mini goals with some old boxes and encourage him to push the ball into the net. I quickly learned that dogs have their own unique style of play. Max would get super excited, and instead of kicking the ball, he'd often just run circles around it, barking like he was announcing his victory. It was hilarious. And you know what? This whole process was not just about teaching him tricks. It was also about building our relationship. Every time we played, I could see how much he loved the attention and the interaction. It was like we were communicating in our own special way. The more we practiced, the more he seemed to understand what I wanted him to do. It was like we were a little soccer team, just the two of us. One day, I decided to take our training to the next level. I found a local dog park that had a small soccer field. I thought it would be fun to see how he would react to other dogs and people while playing soccer, so we headed over, and let me tell you, it was a blast. As soon as we arrived, Max was bouncing with excitement. I set up the ball and started rolling it around. Other dogs started to join in, and soon we had a mini soccer match going on. Max was in his element, darting around, barking, and trying to get the ball. It was pure joy to watch. And the best part? Other dog owners were cheering us on. It felt like we were part of a little community, all united by our love for our furry friends. Of course, there were some moments of chaos. At one point, Max got a little too carried away and decided to chase after a squirrel instead of the ball. Classic dog move, right? But that's the beauty of it. It's not just about the tricks or the game. It's about enjoying the moment and having fun together. After a few weeks of practice, I could see a real improvement in Max's skills. He was starting to understand how to nudge the ball with his nose and even kick it a little with his paws. I was thrilled. We even started working on some basic tricks like dribble and goal. I'd set up a little obstacle course with cones, and he'd weave in and out while keeping the ball close. It was like watching a little soccer star in the making. And let me tell you, the best part of this whole experience has been the sheer joy it brings us both. Every time we step onto that field, it's like our own little world. Max's tail wags like crazy, and his happy barks fill the air. It's a reminder that sometimes the simplest things can bring the most happiness. So, if you're thinking about teaching your dog some fun tricks, or even a sport like soccer, I say go for it. It's a fantastic way to bond, get some exercise, and have a lot of laughs along the way. Plus, who knows? You might just discover that your pup has some hidden talents waiting to be unleashed. Thanks for joining me on this journey. I can't wait to share more of our adventures as we continue to kick it on the field. Until next time, keep wagging those tails.